It feels amazing. Just the fact that coach trusts me in those situations. But ultimately, it's just good to be back out there. After the first the hand and then the knee bothered me, I had a tough stretch just mentally, and just staying locked into what was important. But to finally just be back out there, free flowing, carefree, mind free, always feels good.
You made a big shot in the closing moments. I don't know if you remember the shot, but if you do, what do you kind of remember from that play?
I just remember Markel coming downhill and me just kind of circling and kind of just using my fakes, my pivots, just to get a clean look at it. Using my left around the basket is more a little easier for me. So I just found a way to get to it, and just trusted my work that I've put in over the summer, and went in.
Kyle also made a couple of big shots. He's been doing it kind of over and over again this
Yeah.
season. Are you amazed with just the way he's able to withstand that pressure in those key moments?
Honestly, no. Even his rookie year, he's made clutch buckets down the stretch for us, and I just knew it was going to be kind of the same thing going into this year. We knew we was going to be in a lot more close games than we were last year, just because we came into the season relatively healthy. But we know we can play with anybody in this league when we're all healthy. So that's something that we kind of expect from Paulo. Make or miss, we understand that he's one of those guys who has the clutch factor, and we're gonna hang our hat on that end every time.
You mentioned Markel getting downhill.
Yeah.
I know he didn't play at OKC, but in Miami it seemed that he looked more like himself. More like himself. Do you notice that he's almost getting back to what he was before?
Absolutely. It comes with time. He sat out a couple games. Tried to stay in shape, but it's nothing like that in-game shape. It takes a couple games to kind of get your feel, get your flow back, especially when you sit out for a certain number of games. So he's definitely starting to get his swag back, and that's something that we're going to need as a team going into the second half of the season. So as long as we just stay healthy, I feel like we're going to be in a really good spot going into the playoffs.
You obviously watched this team over the last couple of weeks as kind of the injuries and the illness kind of hit this team hard.
Yeah.
How much are you kind of championing a bit to get back out there and help this group? And how did you feel that presence like almost immediately with you, Joe, and Markel out there? That's like
No, absolutely. We had a lot of injuries and illnesses, like you said, these last couple weeks. So I definitely felt like I wanted to come back, as quickly as I can, just to help these guys out. What was it? I'm sorry. What was the second part?
Did you feel that kind of energy, kind of the moment, like especially when Markel and then Joe were out on the together?
Oh yeah, absolutely. With Joe in specific, when I was out with my hand, I watched him a lot with him and Mo. They had a really good connection. So I just kind of studied it a lot. So when I got out there with them, I just communicated to him like, yo, this is open. This may not be open. Lobs may be there, pocket passes. And he hit me for my first 2 points from my pocket in the pocket. So, that's someone I really, really enjoy playing with. And then Markel, we all know what he's capable of at full strength. He just plays the game the right way. So, it's very easy to play with him.
How's the knee feeling? Does it feel like whatever the issue was is completely behind you?
Yeah.
Behind you?
I mean, it's there. But one thing I've realized is, being able to play, through soreness, through a little tendonitis is part of the game. I've never had this pain ever, so it's kind of new for me. But after going to doctors and things like that, and them saying like it's nothing serious, I just took it as just play through it. Just help this team. We're trying to get to the playoffs, so that's our biggest thing. That's our biggest mantra right now.
You mentioned finishing with the left hand. I noticed you weren't wearing the wrap on the left hand.
Yeah.
How much of a confidence boost to not have that, not be as worried about that, or maybe prepping it as much, and to use it in the key moment?
Yeah, I mean, it feels amazing. Those 5 weeks, the five and a half weeks was really rough. Then when I came back, having all that on my hand, it was kind of tough just to catch the ball for me. But now that I got it off, I mean, it feels like normal. I'm finally back to normal, so it always feels good for sure. Yep.